Welcome
to
another episode of
Full
Moon
Moxie.
I'm Stevie.
And I am Katie with a little bit of egg on my face.
I know. So we had this episode previously somewhat kind of sort of recorded. But
Like, not just recorded. It was awesome. Okay, so let me rewind a little bit. Today is March 20th. And what does that mean astrologically?
So astrologically, we welcome to Ostara and spring.
And the thing that, as a Gemini, is one of the most important things for me.
There's that one. Mercury went
direct. Okay, so the thing is that Mercury is my ruling planet.
Yes, it is.
The lesson that I learned on Tuesday is you should never curse your ruling planet, because
I would never dream.
I had a heck of a week. Like, when
Before or after? Both.
But particularly that day. Remember Tuesday?
Yeah, it was a rough day.
Tuesday was a doozy. I work for a large restaurant company. We had a big menu rollout, and it was just snafu after snafu after snafu.
I like that word though.
Yeah,
I've never heard it, but it's a fun one.
It was just it was a cluster of joy. To have to it was
It was rough.
It was rough. I was pivoting upon pivoting upon pivoting. And so I was a little tired, but still we had the plan to record. So Stevie came over, we did the recording. It was great. At some point I had been complaining about the Mercury retrograde because you said, do you remember what you told me about Mercury retrograde?
No, actually. Oh, wait, no. Yes, no.
Okay, when we first started talking about this retrograde, you said, not really worried about it. Retrogrades
don't affect me.
And then you came back on Tuesday and you said,
what a week last week was. But, I will say asterisks. We also had last week, wasn't it? The first lunar eclipse of the eclipse season.
It's been eclipse season. It's been retrograde.
I think it was retrograde on top of eclipse season, on top of menstruation,
on top of us shifting from the year of the snake into the year of the fire horse.
Shoot, that happened.
Yeah.
On top of daylight frickin' savings.
I love that we flip back. I'm a sunshine person.
I like to fall back. I hate springing
forward. Oh, I'm opposite. I like to spring forward. I hate falling back.
Well, falling back is our natural
Give me the sun. I want a long day. I want to be on the pier at 8 p.m. with the sunset.
I like a long day too with sunshine, but the time just feels more natural to me when it's in that fallback time period.
You know what I think it is? I am a perpetual creature of the night. Like, I am an evening person. I am not a morning.
I'm a morning person, so I love it when it's 5 a.m. and the sun is over the horizon. I'm like, yeah, my day, I can start.
And I'm the opposite. I want, like I said, I want to be walking at 8 p.m. and seeing the sunset. I was out at the pier yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous. The weather was perfect, and I was just walking, and I was walking up to the pier actually, and I was looking around and just observing the area, and I just had this like overwhelming gratitude fall over me where I was just like, oh, this is where I live. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I've gotten those before.
That's what I want. That's what I want from my life. So I enjoy it. However, there was something in our recording that made me do something that you should never do. And I cursed
Mercury,
the beautiful, wonderful planet of Mercury.
I think cursed on recording.
I did, and you said to me
something.
You shouldn't do that.
Oh, I did say that.
And let me also say that halfway through the recording, Clementine was being a little saucy, and I went to let her out, and then I came back inside and I double checked my computer to make sure that the recording was still going, and it was. So I know that the recording was happening. Well, I don't know how, but we got to the very end of our beautiful recording.
It was so fantastic, y'all.
And I looked, and there was nothing there. There was nothing there. And I was like, how the heck? So, mystery still. Lesson learned. And you're going to get our first take 2. tell me, my dear friend Stevie, what are we talking about?
We are going to be talking about the first sign, the firstborn, essentially, of the zodiac. The one, the only, Aries.
You know I love an Aries.
I mean, what's not to love? They are fiery, bold, spicy. I mean, they are a take no shit sign, and that's male or female. I mean, I have more experience with the female Aries, and honestly, some of my closest friends.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Some of my best friends are Aries as well. And like one of my absolute best friends in the world, shout out, her birthday is this weekend,
Ooh,
30th
happy
birthday.
early.
Yep. So she's an Aries. My tattoo artist is an Aries. Her wife is a Sagittarius.
I mean,
so
what a combo. What a power couple,
yeah,
to be honest.
fire, man.
I bet
Gotta
it
love
gets
the fire
hot.
sign. So before we dive into everything we're going to learn about Aries, do you want to play your favorite game?
Could it be
Guess.
that
Famous
Aries?
Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Okay, so famous Aries out there. As you know, we already did this the other day, so I'm gonna have to pick a whole new round of them for you.
We'll see how I do this time around. Last time
Yeah.
I think I was like 4 out of 5, 3 out of
You
5.
you did pretty good on the Aries. Okay, so I just told you. No, I'm not gonna give you that yet. This person is an actress.
Okay.
They started acting as a child.
Is it Christina Ricci?
No, but you know I love Christina Ricci,
I
but I think
know.
she's giving like Scorpio or something like
I mean,
that.
that's just like the trope because she's so like dark and mysterious. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she was a Taurus.
This person is sapphic.
Okay.
They are in now they both direct and star in films.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I just told you I'm going to trivia for a film that this person was famously in.
I know. Could it be? No, wait. Is she really?
Yeah.
Is Kristen Stewart really an Aries?
100%.
No.
April 9th, baby.
No wonder she's
Yeah.
grown into her power, and
Mhm.
she's always had like that stone-walled face.
Oh God, I love
and
her.
hasn't given a shit about it.
The fact that she came out on Saturday Night Live was just like
I missed that show
or
episode, but
God,
that's
it was
wild.
so good. She literally came out in her opening monologue, was shading the president and said, "Why are you so obsessed with me and my relationship with Robert Pattinson? Because I'm so fucking gay, dude." Literally, it's a great monologue. Look it up. So yeah, K-Stew, shout out.
Did you ever watch her ghost hunting show?
Love it.
Oh my gosh, I want another season.
Yeah, love it. Okay, let's go for an artist.
Okay, like a painting type artist or like
Yeah.
a musician.
Well, that could be one of the clues. This artist is famous for painting. They are more recent than you would think that they are. I know when I found out how recent they were in the history of time, I was like, no way.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
No.
Okay.
That would be great though.
I think I guessed her last time too.
I think
Like,
you did.
no.
Why are you obsessed with Georgia O'Keeffe? I wonder.
Yeah, who knows? It's all the flowers.
It's the flowers. Famously a little wacky, a little cray cray.
Like Andy Warhol.
No, but crazy. Yes, but crazier, like institutionalized crazy.
Actually institutionalized.
Mhm.
Did he cut off an ear?
He did.
Is it Van Gogh?
Vinny Van Gogh.
No way. Okay,
Indeed,
Van Gogh.
indeed.
Gotcha.
March 30th.
Wow.
Okay, let's give you let's go for another singer. This is a rapper.
That tells me so much.
Okay.
Like which generation of rap? Like early 80s?
No,
90s?
more recent.
More recent. Okay. A rapper, male or female?
Male.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Are we talking early 2000s or
No. More
like now?
more recent. More recent.
Okay.
Has also been featured on some country songs.
Oh, I know who it is. The names, the letters are twirling around in my head, but I cannot make them stay still.
He's queer.
I know.
Very gay.
I know. I'm waiting for the letters to stop moving. Hold on. Hold on.
There's a little there.
Is it Nas X?
Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. I think you did pretty good. We're gonna give you your 3 out of 3 there.
Yay.
Snaps for you. We've got some really good energy. We've got some queer energy here. We've got some
Yes.
artistry here.
Again, I feel like the mantra for Aries is I boldly go. Or you can even say like I confidently go. So whichever feels more true to you, or I'm starting to boldly go, right?
Yeah.
So because when you think about an Aries, they're the first sign, they're the ram, they are the trailblazers. Aries is a cardinal sign. Now, do you happen to remember? This was one of our first episodes, I believe. Do you happen to remember what it means to be either a cardinal, fixed, or a mutable sign?
So here's the thing. I will tell you this. You say cardinal immediately. I think about the bird because I grew up in St. Louis. Hashtag go cards. Second, grew up Catholic. I think about the guys, the guys in the red. Okay. And the cardinals are like above the bishops. They're like the head honchos.
Okay.
But no, I don't know. Tell me more.
So when we say our cardinal signs, they are going to be those signs that kick off the season. So Aries, we're coming into Aries season, which I believe, is today, March 20th. Oh, happy birthday, Aries. But guess what today also is?
It is our spring equinox.
Yes, it's the spring equinox.
Thank
it is
God.
Ostara. So the cardinal signs kick off the season, the brand new season. And there's this lovely little trick. There's always a pattern when it comes to astrology. So after every cardinal sign is going to be a fixed sign. And after every fixed sign is going to be a mutable sign. And after every mutable sign is going to be a cardinal sign, not the bird.
I believe I am a mutable sign.
I believe so, yes, because I'm also a mutable sign.
And we're the ones that are more malleable, right?
Correct. That's a good way to look at it. So another way is the mutable signs, they are the closing time. Get the fuck out of my bar.
Oh my God. Can you tell we both worked in hospitality?
Right.
But yeah, no. That's a really good way to think about it.
Yeah. So cardinals, they're kicking us off. The fixed signs, they're gonna be, that's our maintenance phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're gonna just be chilling, indulging, relaxing, enjoying the point in time that you're in. So really being present with it and doing the hard work. I like to call it the you know how in every story it goes like, for example, the Lord of the Rings, and then they walked.
Yes.
So that's kind of like where the fixed signs are. And then the mutable signs, they're the ones that are very comfortable with those closings and those endings. It's like, all right, the world's on fire. Cool. Guess what? What happens after the fire? The forest grows again. So I'm not worried. I'm not sweating.
I feel that.
So being the first cardinal sign, the first zodiac sign, you really see a lot of those leadership qualities in Aries. So they are ruled by the planet Mars, which is, let's say it together, involves the Romans.
Oh, the Romans.
So the planet Mars for the Romans, that was their equivalent to the god Aries from Greek mythology. And Aries / Mars, they are the god of war.
Interesting.
Yes.
For what's going on in our
Oh my God, stop it. I just got chills.
in our world landscape right now.
Yes, right around this time.
And what else is happening in the world?
So it's spring, but it's also for the Iranians, their new year. And I think it's really important right now. Like, yes, we're not typically very political, but it's important to kind of like reflect and realize, like, well, here in the US, we were able to go out, party if that's what you like to do, and see fireworks, explosions in the sky, like that were purposely there for fun, and not feel that stress, unless like you do get stressed out by fireworks, and my heart goes out to you because I hate them too. But we're not like, oh, cool, it's a firework. Oh no, it's a bomb, right? So we were able to celebrate our New Year's Eve, which with a lot more peace. Whereas right now, with what's going on with this war that nobody really agreed to, there's this huge disruption going on in the world, and Iran, unfortunately, is taking that brunt. And yes, there's good and bad in that country right now, but there's also good and bad in every country. And just because they've been somehow labeled air quotes evil deserve doesn't make their population deserving of such a stressful way to enter the new year.
Well, I would say shout out to my Iranian homies. Happy
Yes,
New Year.
My heart goes out to you, and Happy New Year.
Yep.
So anyway, Aries is a very masculine sign. It's a fiery sign. It's all about being a visionary and getting that call to action, that goal setting. There are 3 different parts to Aries. There's that first decan, which we're in, so from March 20th to March 30th, and that is like the purest form of Aries. It is fully ruled by Mars. They are determined, charismatic. They are setting fire to that new path that is being plowed forward. Now, the challenges with this decan and like the sign as a whole is, leap first, butt heads first, worry about cleanup later. So a little bit of that foresight is kind of missed here. But that's okay. It just means you need to develop it more. Be aware of it, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. The second decan, which takes over March 31st all the way until April 9th, they have slightly more patience as they are going to be more influenced from the sun. They're more individualistic. They're the ones that are, yes, they're going to be social because Aries are a very social sign. They love to lead. They love to like woo. They're the ones that are okay doing their own thing. They'll go out, paddleboarding by themselves or something, and then go hang out with friends afterwards, and then maybe just go disappear and do something else. Like, oh, what is so and so doing? Oh, they're off gallivanting, doing their thing. Then comes the third decan, which is the last part of the Aries season. So from April 4th through 19th. And these are our social rams. So they're very opinionated. They're influenced by Jupiter. So they're very heady, right? So they're very much like in the idea realm. They're very expressive. They're very blunt, kind of like when people think of a Sagittarius, they're very blunt. This is also a trait in this part of Aries as well, very highlighted here. And they're also, I put in my notes, like air quotes, romantic. And by that, I mean, these Aries tend to be very hypersexual.
Well, I don't hate that about a fire sign.
Yeah.
Gotta have respect for it. Back to what you were saying about sometimes you can have your mature and your immature signs. I can see how it could be problematic, but also it could be a really good thing.
Right. It could be a really fun time. I feel like when you're looking at the description of a sign and you see something that you don't like, I think it's really important to start viewing those as opportunities. It's like, okay, so if I'm an Aries and I know that I have the propensity to be impatient. Okay, so now I know something that I need to work on to become my better self, or my best self. How can I use my gung-ho-ness, like my eagerness and my willingness to just leap forth? And how do I make it work for me? How do I take that energy and turn it into something that's just more calculated, maybe?
Yeah, I love that. And I can see that in the different areas I know. So it's always fascinating to learn how many layers it is because some people will be like, ooh, like, yeah, no, I don't really resonate with my sign. Well, there's so much more to learn about it.
There's so much more to learn about. Like, even if we don't look at our moon signs and our rising and we just look at our sun signs. Okay, so if you're an Aries and you don't really jive with a part of the Aries, that might be a part that's more highlighted in, say, the first decan, and you might be in the third.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for teaching me about the decans of Aries and
yes, of course,
about how we may have some parallels to what's going on in our world right now. I'm pumped for Aries season for a few reasons because not only are we in Aries season, but we're now in the year of the fire horse. And
which, how ironic, it's the year of the fire horse, start of spring.
I love
fire
it.
sign Aries, like, come on, like, we are blazing new paths.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have this just feeling right now that like I could do anything. And not in like a manicky way, in a I'm setting boundaries way, in a I'm having hard conversations way. And it feels great. Like it feels great to just know what I want and to know that I am perfectly on the path I'm supposed to be on. And I love that you gave us that mantra, I confidently go, because I have used that a few times as the chaos of the week started to wear me down a little bit. And it's even helped a little bit into some interpersonal things. There's always stress that comes with the day to day. And if you go with confidence and you let go of the outcome, which is my other mantra for the year, it's amazing how your relationships with those around you can be enhanced.
Right. And like if we think back to the actual image of Aries, right? It's a ram. What protects a ram but those horns, right? Those glorious horns. So, I confidently go, put on your helmet and just go, blaze forth that path, right? And if we look to the actual story of Aries, the ram, do you know anything about it?
No, I don't know anything about the story of the ram.
So there's a common misconception that Aries, the sign, refers to Aries, the god. And that's actually not the case.
That's fascinating because I immediately thought when I think of all of the Aries I know, even though amazing humans,
They're very
like
godlike, warlike.
exactly, right? So learning this is fascinating to me. Tell me more.
Yeah. So the story of the constellation of Aries is actually the story of the golden ram. So there's this king, of course, and his name was. Actually, I didn't write his name because I didn't care, I guess.
He was a king.
He was a king. He was a man. And like men do. Don't get me wrong. We don't man hate.
Yes, we love
our men.
we love men.
We do.
All of my best friends are not gonna say straight men, although a lot of them are. All of my best friends are men.
Yeah, so there are good men out there.
Yeah.
Just saying. So anyway, so there's a story about this king, and he marries a nymph, and her name was, I might mispronounce it, Nephele. And they had 2 children, and then she just disappeared. And so the king remarried this woman named Ino, and Ino was jealous of the 2 siblings. And so one day when the king was away, she basically created this whole convoluted plot to convince the kingdom and the king himself that the best move was to sacrifice the kids. They were in a famine. So they're like, all right, we'll sacrifice the kids. That's what the gods want. Woohoo. So right before.
I mean, what is it with the gods always wanting to sacrifice children? It's so messed up.
But the thing is, that wasn't the case. Like, Ino made that up.
Trifling.
Right. But of course, then you also think like it was common enough to sacrifice children back then where people didn't bat an eyelash.
That's what I'm saying. So messed up. Like,
right. Like in the story world, right? Do some kind of major sacrifice at least. Like even if we look back into the Bible, but I digress.
Maybe another parallel to something we're experiencing in our culture today. We're not going to dive into that one though.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Maybe another night. Moon Moxie tangents.
Featuring conspiracy theories.
Oh, can't wait till we do that Minnesota.
Yep. But go ahead. So I know, trifling,
right? So she, right in the second before the children are sacrificed, Nephele, their mom, comes back and she has this golden ram who can fly.
That's amazing.
And the ram just sweeps in. The kids get on his back and he flies them away from danger to this other kingdom called, was it Colchis? And so that's his mission, is to take these children to Colchis where they'll be safe.
I do not know why, and I know you said ram, but I am picturing Falcor from the Neverending Story.
I mean, he was kind of ram-like, right?
No, he was more like a doodle.
I know he was. I was just trying to help you out.
But yeah, we're gonna be Falcor. We're gonna be Falcor taking
Falcor the ram.
Yes, Falcor the ram.
And this ram again has the golden fleece, and so on the way over to safety, essentially, the sister, she actually falls off the ram, and he tries as best as he could to save her. But one story says that she falls into the arms of Poseidon and, essentially becomes his lover.
Poseidon is a freaking weirdo too.
Like
weirdo.
Yeah. Too much power, right? Kind of the story there with all the gods. Anyway, I digress. But so that's one story. And then another story is she falls off into the ocean and just perishes.
R.I.P.
Right. And so in mourning, the son, the brother, Fricks. Again, my handwriting is wonderful. I should do better. I will in the future. He makes it to Colchis, and he is accepted by that kingdom with open arms. This is a safe place, and in gratitude to both Zeus for helping guide them and to the king of Colchis, he actually sacrifices the ram. And the ram, so a major part of the story is the ram knows this even before offering his services.
You know what? That ram is the goat.
That is a goat toy. It screams.
Sorry, had to. Go ahead.
And so they take his fleece, the golden fleece, and they hang it on a tree of the god Aries that overlooks the farmland and basically ends the famine. And then, Phrixus lives happily ever after with, the granddaughter of Helios. And eventually the golden fleece becomes an item of desire to the point where, then we have those other stories. So, like of Jason and the Agronauts.
You just made me make a connection, which is totally independent of this, but I just went to the Epic Universe, and the hotel there is called the Grand Helios, and the center of the park is called Celestial Park, and it's got this like astronomy carousel, and it's supposed to be a meeting of the gods. And I'm like,
love that. That's awesome.
Now I want to go back and like totally experience it in a different way.
Yeah, you should. That'd be so fun. I'll go with you.
Dude.
It'd be less.
Like, let's go. Say less.
Okay.
I was there for literally 8 hours, and I rode.
Holy smokes! I'm not doing it in the summer.
No, that's why I went now. 3 rides.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's how crowded it was.
8 hours.
8 hours, 3 rides. Now I have to tell you, part of the problem was that 2 of the most major attractions, which are Stardust Racers, which is the big dueling coaster, and Monsters Unchained, which is the big dark ride, were down that day. They're both getting like, there's been
a lot of drama from Epic Universe.
There's been some drama. However, would 10 out of 10 recommend, even with just doing the 3 rides, walking around, interacting with Super Mario World, the Ministry of Magic. It was incredible.
So you know how Islands of Adventure is connected to Universal Studios? Is it also walkable? Like how you can interchange?
Not even a little bit. Okay. It's like 5 miles away. But you know what was nice about it is when we parked, when you park at Islands of Adventure and Universal, you have to it's a hike. Like you walk all the way through City Walk.
Part of the adventure.
Yeah. It is the walk is part of the adventure. But literally, I was with my friend who drives an electric vehicle. We paid for the EV parking, which, was not cheap. However, it put us right up at the front. We walked right into the park. At one point, my friend needed to get some assistance. We went to guest services. It used to be like you stand outside in this big long line. They have a whole building there now. You get checked in. It's like
indoor building.
Indoor building. Yeah, literally. The place is epic, is what I'm saying. I see the potential. I think it's just still flooded with humans.
It's new. It's like they just opened last May, right?
Yep. And I just couldn't wait any longer.
Couldn't take it, I tell you.
I'm like such a stalker. I literally I've never been to this park before, and I walked in with my friend and I was like, do you trust me? We're going here. And I didn't even have to look at a map. I just knew where everything was. And she was like, what is wrong with you?
I love that though. That's hilarious.
I'm a Universal Studios stalker, and if you ever want to use me as a sponsor for you, I will make free content for you, Universal Studios.
Honestly, I feel like Universal Studios is the best theme park in that area.
Do you know how when you're a little kid, you really think you can do anything?
Yeah.
So Nickelodeon, I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Same.
And Nickelodeon used to have its headquarters at Universal Studios.
I remember that.
And so at the end of every live show, they'd always say, filmed live at Universal Studios, Florida.
I forgot about that.
So me and my best friend, when we were growing up, his name was Andy, used to say that when we grew up, we were going to get married and we were going to own Universal Studios.
How are you doing on that?
Well, he's married.
Okay.
To someone else.
Yeah.
I'm gay. And I go to Universal Studios. But
close enough.
Yeah, and we're both in hospitality.
I think you made it.
I think we made it.
You crushed it.
Yeah, Universal is hospitality, so adjacent. But Universal, I would also love a job one day. So
it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, if you have any need for someone who's multi-talented and has multimedia skills, give me a call.
I love it. I love it. Shameless plug. But very Aries of you right now.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
was trying to bring it back around.
Yep. And so that is the story of Aries, aka the Golden Ram. Now, what do you have for us tonight, Katie?
So I'm going to do it a little bit different this time.
Ooh.
What I've been doing lately is just kind of giving a week up or a week after. I want to give you the astrology that you're going to experience during this Aries zodiac season. If I had to encapsulate it into a sentence, I would say that the beginning of the season starts with the green light of Mercury going direct. Then we are going to build some pressure. There's going to be some maybe relationship troubles as we hit the energy peak in mid-April. But we're going to end with one of the most powerful moments and opportunities for refresh of the entire astrological year.
Wait,
So,
of the entire
astrological year in the very beginning of the astrological year. So
Wow.
buckle up. So as we said, today, as we are doing our re-recording, we are finally in Mercury direct.
So excited. Can we all just have a
Bless
collective exhale?
And I just want to tell you, Mercury, I love you. I see you.
There you go. Correct your actions.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything that you do for me as my ruling sign. It's a good time to start thinking about manifesting again. Now, I will call out that we have 2 weeks following Mercury direct that we are in what we call the retro shade. So you
retrograde.
So you might still experience some of the effects from it. Just be aware of this. This is just your time, your new year, your new start. We were talking about at the beginning of the year that the new year that we celebrate is not the best time to manifest set intentions. Now we're getting there, right? So this is a green light for you to start signing, launching, deciding, and confidently going forward.
Oh, I love that. And so just to clarify, so even though it's a new moon, that's typically when we manifest, still don't.
Well, the new moon has passed now.
That's true. But we're still in the energy of the new moon.
Yes. So again, like my recommendation, I would wait for the full moon. I always recommend waiting a few weeks after Mercury retrograde is complete and we're in direct Mercury to start manifesting, because Mercury's a little tricksy. Yeah. As we learned the other day.
As we very much learned the other day.
Other things that are going on. March 25th through the 27th, we're going to have the sun squaring Jupiter. This is that tension that I talked to you about earlier. So you're going to want to be wary of overconfidence or overcommitment. Remember our conversation the other day about burnout?
Yes.
This is a time that you're in the danger zone for that. So it really, if you try to go too hard or overpromise, you really risk burnout. Also be conscious of things like overspinning, gossip. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, you're so prone to it.
I try not to.
It's okay.
I was also raised by a single mom and I got sisters, so we just be like chatting. But yeah, no, try to keep your mouth shut. Just, be wary March 25th through the 27th.
Not decisive, but what's the word? Divisive?
No. Be
calculated. We'll just go with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's calculated either. You want to be intentional with your words.
Intentional with our words. Not like I just was.
That is a perfect example of what we were talking about. Then let us talk about this full moon that is coming on April the 2nd. It is a full moon in Libra. This is when I give you the green light. Okay.
Oof, good.
Now, I always, with a caveat, full moons are about release. So I would say the full moon is a good time to really start thinking about the clarity that you want, what you want to be setting intention towards, what the actions you're going to be doing are going to be. Maybe don't actually do the manifestation yet, but really start to lay out what your plan is.
Right. Like clearly and concisely reflect on what you're wanting.
And it's this new moon, particularly because it's in Libra, it's going to be a good time for you to really reassess what kind of boundaries you need to set.
Yeah.
I have had to have some hard boundary setting conversations lately, and it feels so hard sometimes to set the boundary. However, I've never felt more resolved in who I am as a person than when I have good solid boundaries in place. And what boundaries do is they protect me and they protect that other person.
Right. And I mean, that's such a good point, too. It's like boundaries can be scary and they can be tiring to maintain,
Yeah.
but it just makes you grow as a person and makes you grow in your relationships.
Yeah, we can all be mature. We're not here to just avoid. We're not here to, judge. We're here to say, "Hey, this is my experience. It's my perspective, and that's your experience and your perspective, and how can we find a place that's safe for both of us?"
Right. And what a great full moon to have in the middle of Aries season. Like a nice,
Mhm.
friendly, sweet, loving
Libra.
Like,
Aries Libra moon.
like what a nice, just like, exhale.
And then I have to tell you, I'm so sorry. I'm
Uh-oh.
so sorry.
Don't
After
say
this
that. Don't say
nice
that.
exhale on April 2nd, April 9th, Mars is going to enter Aries.
Why
Mars
you do that to me?
Mars is entering Aries, and this is going to be a surge of energy. It's going to make you feel drive. It's going to make you feel assertive. It's going to make you feel like you have very, very strong influence. You're going to have motivation. You're going to make fast decisions, but also you might have a short temper. You might make hasty decisions. So just be aware of the energy that is happening on April 9th. And that from the 9th to the 12th, that energy is going to be intensifying.
Okay, so it sounds like, especially maybe during that full moon, it might be a grand old time to do some quality self-care.
Yeah, because the dangers of this are going to be impulsivity
I love an impulse.
and conflict. I love an impulse too. I am one to sometimes give in to my impulses. I don't know why, but today I decided with a friend of mine we were going to Twilight trivia, and
Love that so much.
everything inside of me, because I got online to order us mustaches so that we could pretend to be Charlie at Twilight trivia. And of course, the thing that Amazon advertised to me is something I really want, which is the Lego Twilight Cullen house.
What?
And everything in me, I literally put it
Oh
in my
my
cart and I was like,
God.
do I do it? Do I build it and bring it to trivia? No, that's too extra. Maybe I could just build the truck and bring it to trivia. And then I was like, no, save your money.
Way to have control.
I know.
Wow.
I practicing what I preach.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
But my birthday is coming up in June, and if anyone wants to give me the Twilight Cullen house, it
You
has been
know.
on my list for a while.
They haven't bought it yet.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So, good things to do to get some of this energy out. Move your body, go for a walk. We are in a good time in most of the places in the country where the weather is starting to warm up a little bit. Move around. Get the energy out in healthy ways, and watch out for your temper. Just be aware. Just take a beat. If you feel like you're going to react, just take a moment.
If you're feeling the heat, take a beat.
If you're feeling the heat, then take a beat.
Or just take a seat.
Or just take a seat or take a breath. It's a beautiful thing to remember, that you can just breathe it out, and that breath is one of the most powerful tools we have.
Exactly.
Okay. Then on April 17th, we are going to have a new moon in Aries. This is the most important date of this astrological period. So this is open for themes of personal rebirth, of bold new beginnings, and it is the strongest point for manifestation during the season. So I told you,
no pressure.
Think about it. And then when April 17th comes, it's the time. So think about things like how you need to manifest for feeling good in your identity. If you want to start something new, it would be a good time to manifest for that. If you are seeking growth and develop in your leadership skills, that is a good time to manifest for that. So yeah, April 17th is going to be that date. And then throughout the whole season, just remember that this is a good time to start working towards turning your dreams into a reality. So confidently go, believe in yourself, and when that April 17th date comes, go ahead and set that manifestation on fire.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you, Katie. And I think it's so, so important everything that you said, because it really does tell a nice story of like, all right, we got a little relief, but start like almost, would you say, analyzing like your next move, like taking like thinking from maybe an eldest child perspective, a CEO perspective of how I'm going to run a company, the way you're going to run your next steps.
It's being strategic.
Yeah,
it's being
thank
strategic.
you. That's the words. Being
That's
strategic.
100% it. And that's exactly what I would recommend that you do when we get to that full moon, is make your personal business plan for yourself.
Yeah.
And write down the actions you're going to do. And then when we get to that new moon, manifest it, baby.
All right. I love that. And I was just thinking too, like how fun it could be to play with some of that Aries energy every single day. And for me, I really enjoy using, I guess if magic's in your practice, it's called glamour magic. So utilizing things like color, fashion, makeup, hair to really embody that sense of Aries. And so, if you see me walking down, strutting a little bit more, maybe wearing some more red, some more edgier clothes, or maybe even some more sporty looks, right? That's how I'm going to play with that Aries energy. So how are you maybe going to play with some Aries energy?
Well, I love that. I think it's a perfect segue into something that you did find, which is the purple book.
The purple book. Oh my God.
You found the purple book.
I found the purple book, then I lost the purple book, and then I found it again, and now it's here. So a while ago, I want to say it was like 3 episodes ago.
It was a bit.
It was a bit ago. Somebody wrote in asking about book recommendations, and I had one. I was like, oh, it's the purple book. I don't know what it's called. And I don't want to say it wrong because I like to give authors and artists the credit that they're due, right? So this book, it's called A Modern Guide to the Ancient Craft, Inner Witch by Gabriella Hairstick.
Love it. And what can we learn from this guide?
So much. Like, she really does a great job of laying everything out in fun, but also concise and simple terms. So you're not just going to be like, oh my God, there's so many letters on this page. Like, it's a very beautiful book. Even the font, like the printed font, it's purple.
Pleasing.
Oh, so pleasing to the eye. It's easy to read. It's broken down into sections, so like you don't have to read it front to back and feel like you have to memorize it like when you were in school. This one, it's set up in a way where you can bounce around. Like, oh, I want to refresh or learn more about tarot. There's an entire section about tarot. Same thing with like all the seasons, like Ostara, which the season we just entered. There's a whole section on the different types of magics and way to work with rituals, right? So it's a really good book. It's broken down in a very digestible way.
Well, and I remember when you taught me how to read tarot, you actually referenced that book and it was so helpful. So yeah, highly recommend. Love it. And then speaking of purple, I've selected our purple die today to roll. And the purple die is a magical tip die. And so what we're going to get from this is some kind of top secret witch tip that's going to make our spells even more magical. So while I roll this and I get it going for us, do you want to see if Clementine wants to pull a card for us?
I shall.
Ooh, okay. So this one looks like a cool book of sorts. Dude, you're never going to believe what it is.
Is it the same one?
Add an incantation.
Nope, we did that. Nope, not doing it again. Sorry, die, but nope.
An incantation uses the ancient understandings of the power of words. Sometimes witches prefer to practice in silence. Other times words are needed. For instance, if you're performing a money spell, say, "This green candle I light as it burns bright. May my bank account grow with delight." So, weird sidebar. This is exactly what we rolled the other day. We ended on a great incantation, and we are not going to do it.
No, we're not going to get as excited again.
We're not going to do it
on my
we're
right
not
side.
going to do it.
Nope.
But we are going to have a card that we've pulled for you. I wish you could see Clementine doing this. Clementine is so cute. She really actually loves pulling the cards for you all. She is looking at the deck right now. She's giving it a sniff. She got one. That's it. That's the one she wants.
Oh, thank God.
What is it?
A spell for manifestation.
Stop.
Good job, Clementine.
Good. Clementine, you're such a powerful witch.
Such a powerful witch.
You are such a powerful witch.
You're such a powerful witch. You're
Oh my goodness gracious.
All right, so this is oddly enough card number 1. So we were just at 0, now we're at 1.
I feel like the card we pulled the other night was creepy for the same reasons that this one is.
I agree. This one, it's an image of a woman. She has a beautiful pink dress on, and she has her third eye open. So she has 3 eyes, and the third eye between the brows is open, and she's holding a red candle, and there's smoke coming from the candle, but it also looks like there is smoke coming out of her mouth and her ear. Manifestation takes strong desire and strong will to see the work through to fruition. These 2 qualities, desire and will, ride on a witch's ability to concentrate. Create sacred space. Focus your attention on your desired outcome and send your spell into the mystery. Oh, chills again. Ugh. Anyway, into the mystery. Return to your daily life, trusting that your desire will manifest when the timing is right.
I confidently go.
I confidently go. And some spell ingredients to include into either your shrine or your spell work would be citrine, ink, a devotional of sorts, whether you write your own or you have one, an apple or some honey.
Thank you so much, friend. I truly, truly can't tell you how fitting that is for me. And I am so excited. If you are enjoying this podcast, we encourage you to subscribe. Please share us with a friend,
A neighbor.
Yeah, or a stranger.
Or the librarian.
You know, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying doing this. I want to keep doing it and keep coming back.
Yeah, can't wait.